Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod. We're on day 3782, looking at a free big wheel cover coming up here in 8 days for myself. Some CP, some HP, blah blah blah, but we're not here for that, are we? We're here to talk about, well, a few things. Obviously we're here for the crash, per the title and the notification pop-up. Yeah, we'll do our Crash the Titans at this time. But we need to talk also about those new 2-star quests that pop up and this boss mode. Yeah, I mean, the boss mode's going to come up soon enough, but I feel like we should do some public service announcement sort of things, right? These heroic modes keep popping up, and they have requirements. Basically, that you have to use a certain roster, right? So I'm not going to play any of them right now this minute, because you know how we like to do it. We like to hold it to the last minute, run the hardest modes with the hardest round that I can muster up for you guys, so I can show you how 4 stars can still get the job done. But I'm going to give you a little bit of ammo here before you go off on your own merry old way. So here's your list of powered up peoples. In other words, people that you have to use for heroic mode. I'm going to skip past the 5 stars, because if you have 5 stars at the ready, they're going to do you good. They're going to, you'll be fine. I mean, Gore's a 4-star character. He has minions, but basically, as long as you're not relying on strikes, attacks, protects, you know, things that Gore eats for breakfast, then you shouldn't have any problem. So don't rely on like Rocket. Don't rely on Beta Ray Bill. Like, even though Beta Ray Bill's in this list, don't rely on him, because he creates 4 projectiles, and then Gore's just going to eat them and smack you in the face for being stupid. Same thing with Hela. She likes to make strike tiles, attack tiles. Don't do that. See, now Null does it right. Null only makes 1 strike at a time. Gore's not going to punish you on that. You could use Null. You could use people like Moon Knight or Odin, or, you know, other characters like this, right? Dr. Doom would be actually pretty good, because Gore likes black and yellow matches, and Dr. Doom will eat that up. He'll keep regenerating health and stealing AP. Anyways, you know this stuff, right? You should, at least. 4-star wise, that's who I'm here to help out. Gore on Gore is not a big deal, okay? It's kind of a stalemate. But if I may point out the obvious, Angela will do pretty good because of just targeting Gore. But more importantly, Icarus will decimate Gore. Going airborne and doing damage time and time again while he's untouchable in the air. Yeah, Icarus is going to be big time good. Juggernaut will be really good, although he is vulnerable to those minion attacks. He still will be pretty darn good. Legion's Black for 6 will make him invisible. Once again, really good for that point. You'll just stay nice and safe. Loki Gator can still do the same thing, just go invisible with charged purple matches. Keep those going and he can't be touched. The rest of them just do what they normally do, but at the same time, I think it's just ones I've mentioned are kind of notable mentions. Ways to stay safe from the boss and yet still do all your damage you need to do. Okay, you guys can get this done. This cast isn't horrible at all. There's actually good uses in this cast. Just, you know, be smart about it. Don't sit there and rely on strikes, attacks, protects. Don't sit there wondering why spamming a bunch of tiles isn't working. Use caution, and you can get through this pretty easily. That said, let's move on to something a little more important, a little more pressing. I'm going to hit this quest button here. The new Training Montage quests are live. This is what's on everyone's mind right now. These went live today at noon Eastern time. And they're all about activating 2-star abilities 25 times. Ares, Black Widow, Bullseye, Captain America, Dakin, Hawkeye, Human Torch, and Captain Marvels. These 2-star powers noted here have to be activated 25 times. Nowhere does it say win the fight. I'm saying that for all you stubborn, prideful people out there. You don't have to win fights in order to get these to work, okay? Unfortunately, you do have to have the 2-star character. Let me elaborate. So if I go to my 3 stars and I scroll on down the list, Scrolly. My 3-star Human Torch right here, I mean, it's 2-star Human Torch, but he's ascended to 3-star, right? He doesn't count. I already know this. He doesn't count. It has to be actual 2-star Human Torch. How annoying is that? Go ahead. You can vent. Vent. Scream out loud. Say, this is the dumbest thing ever. But it's not going to help you win. Okay? I'm just being honest. You got to use 2-star characters. What's up, John? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. So right here, my 144 Ares 2-star, that can work. My 3-star Ares will not work for doing those quests. 2-star Human Torch, 144, he can work. Not my 3-star one. 2-star Wolverine. Well, if Wolverine was in the list. Was Wolverine even in the list? I don't think he was. Captain Marvel, Dakin, Moonstone. You get the point, right? It's going to be annoying. You made that mistake once, John? Yeah, I think everyone did. Everyone had to learn the hard way, really. You can't use your ascended versions to do these quests. How do you do the quests? Well, let me crack the seal on something here. See, my puzzle gauntlet hasn't even touched it. Still has the red dot on it. I'm not running puzzle gauntlets today. Don't misconstrue this. However, I'm going to crack the seal to show you a little bit of something. These things can be run over and over again all you want. And when I click on one, collect 18 blue AP, no blue tiles will fall. Okay? These boards are altered. They're going to give you altered amounts of AP in situations that are different than normal. And you can run them infinitely. If you beat this node 3 to 4, 5, 7 times, you can still play it over and over again. We're just trying to run, let's just say, Ares Onslaught 25 times, right? There's nothing to say you can't go in here knowing that no blue tiles will fall. Hence, you don't have to worry about one of the 7 colors on the board. Yes, 7 colors because you include team-ups, right? So that's one less color on the board. Throw in Cersei. Trim out another color. And then throw in 5-star Scarlet Witch. Adding in a different color, like making it green in this case for Ares Onslaught. Trim the board colors down to what you want. Use these puzzle gauntlets to make it even more accessible to you. And then cast that Ares Onslaught as many times as your little heart desires. Get it done. And if you lose, who cares? You got your 25 casts in. It's not easy. It's not simple. It's just brute force. You're brute forcing it at this point, and we're using what we have, puzzle gauntlets, to make it work. Because I don't know about you, but we don't have any PvEs to spam. We have boss modes, and we have limited runs of them. I'm not using those on 2-star nodes. No way. Puzzle gauntlet, find a node that works. This one will not work for blue powers, obviously. Use other nodes as you see fit. What's this one say? No purple tiles will fall. You could use your blues here. Matter of fact, use the fact that Mystique is going to probably fire off, some powers to flood the board with more blacks at some point. Maybe this will be good for firing off a black power. I don't know. You get the point? I think we do. So, without further ado, let's move on over to, well, the bread and butter of what we're doing today. Deadpool's Daily. We're doing a crash. Who is it? Oh, it's just a single crash today? That's right. We did a double last week, didn't we? Crash the Titans against 4-star Miles Morales. Jeez, how do I introduce 4-star Miles? When 4-star Miles came into Marvel Puzzle Quest, can I say that he was the first iteration of a web-based character that actually made people turn their heads and said, whoa, webs can do what? I mean, you had web people that could stun. You like 3-star Spider-Man, right? You had web people that could swap tiles around. Even Bagman could do that. But they weren't doing anything that other characters couldn't do. You had... you want to stun someone? Sure, you could stun it with 3-star Spider-Man, but you could also just do it with Iceman as well. It costs, it costs like what? 6, but you get 4 turns of stun. 3-star Spidey had to do 5 blue AP, but he only had stuns if webs were out on the board. You had other ways of making AP. You had other ways of doing stuns. You had other ways of getting things done. But Miles Morales came in and said, "Hey, guess what? I got a red that can stun. I got a way to go invisible. I got a way to passively generate AP for you based on web matches, and even the enemy can help you do it." Miles Morales brought web tiles into the front for a moment in time, and still to this day, Miles Morales is a very popular web tile user because no one else is passively creating you purple, red, and blue AP even if the enemy matches those web tiles. And yet he still has a way to go invisible and do a sneak up surprise attack with the same power for so much damage and so much versatility. I know it sounds like I'm saying he's like the next best thing in MPQ. He's not. He's not Polaris. We're not kidding ourselves here. But he's a super good character. Don't sleep on him. His purple for 6 makes a ton of webs, and he goes invisible. His purple then changes to 8. It turns to surprise, where he does damage based on how many webs are on the board, and it doesn't have a cap. If you have 64 webs on the board, you got 64 times the damage. His yellow makes a bunch of webs on the board for a small cost. I think it's like 8, if I remember correctly. It's not small, but it's small enough. And it's the passive. You have to have it at level 5 in order for him to have purple, blue, and red generation. If you have it at level 4 or lower, he's not making blue. It's at level. Notice he doesn't have a blue power. But at level 5, he starts generating blue AP, which is what makes him so good with other web users. Most other web users have a blue power, hence he's a good teammate for them. And finally, his red is probably his worst of them. It just does some... It only costs 6, but it does some damage, and it does 1 turn stun. It's enough to buy you time more often than not. And plus, he's generating red AP. Use it. I mean, unless you have, Spider-Gwen with you, then she'll be happy to cherry bomb people into submission for you. Miles Morales is a great example of how a Puzzle Quest character can not only be a good support character, but also be a good, not just support, a good way to just win the day with his invisibility, with his AP generation, with his stun. He's a really good kit. Which, unfortunately for him, he's only by himself his time, so we're going to take him down. What's that? He is not standalone awesome, but he makes a great team. Yeah, exactly. Yes, he does. Hey, speaking of the devil, here's Spider-Gwen we're going to use to take him down. 4-star Spider-Gwen came on in along the same time frame, basically piggybacking off of the web time goodness. That's a new phrase, web time goodness. She can make webs with her. Well, let's start with her yellow. Her yellow is kind of the peanut butter and jelly of her. For 6 yellow, which is a little cheaper than Miles, she makes 3 webs instead of the 4 that Miles makes, and one of them is fortified as well. Whenever a web tile's matched, passively, mind you, and this means the enemy too. So if the enemy matches a web tile, you get this. Your team gets a burst of health. She's literally like the web version of Medusa. She's super good at healing the team and keeping them healthy. So much so that certain fights in the game get super annoying if she's active. You have to stun her, put her down, get her airborne, get rid of that ability because she will keep the enemy team healthy at all points. But hey, she's the one we're using this time, so yay for us. Teenage Kicks is something I can totally see people putting up to 5. I keep it down to 3 because usually I have someone else's purple in play, like Miles, right? But by herself, I can see people throwing it up to 5 if you'd like. For 6 purple, stun up to 2 random enemies for 2 turns and convert 2 basic tiles into web tiles. So you're getting 2 enemies stunned for 2 turns and 2 more webs. That's a really good use of 6 purple. At level 3, you still get a stun for 1 turn and 2 web tiles. I'll still take it. And then finally, the Cherry Bomb for red for 12 red AP. Yes, it's expensive, but stay with me. Deal a ton of damage. 15k damage I'm looking at here to the enemy and remove a random web tile from the board. But it costs 1 AP less for each web on the board. It got down to a minimum of 6, but still 15,000 damage for 6 AP. I mean, jeez. Now remember, Miles is going to help us make webs. Spider-Gwen is going to make webs. This is pretty much a no-brainer. I put on the web shooters on her. You know, I'll be 100% honest. I don't remember why I had them on at first. Supporter character takes less damage. Blue match damage is increased. Purple match damage is increased. I think I just put them on her to put them on her before. I don't think I had a really solid reason to have them on her. Let's take a look. Is there one we should throw on there? I mean, you could always put the Power Stone on to get free powers. Ooh, the Totem Dagger. Forgot about this puppy. When web tiles are created, deal damage to a random target equal to 3% of their max health. This prioritizes and deals permanent damage to Spider-Verse characters. And of course, synergy perk to, let's see. Supporter character deals 1% increased damage for each web tile on the board. At the supporter character's first 2 turns, create 1 web tile. Maybe we should do that. That sounds like fun. Maybe we should play around with this dagger. Let's do that. Okay, ready? I think we should do this. Oh, whoa, wait. Almost forgot. Animations. Oh, hey, they were on. Oh, that's right. I was letting my daughter play the game earlier. It's the fun way to play. That's right. Okay, let's go. Okay, Miles. Here comes Gwen with a dagger. See, there's that blue web already. That's kind of cool. So I matched that. I'm obviously going to get healing, but I don't need to be healed. But also, the Totem Dagger will kick in, right? Well, one of our web tiles is created. Deal damage to random target. Supporter character deals increased damage for each web tile on the board. No? Okay. I'm just checking. Let's get some yellows. We want to kick out the jams, right? Let's pay attention to his health. Yep, created a web. So he took 409 damage. That's pretty cool. So now I can create more webs this turn because of kick out the jams, right? Oh, look at that. More damage from webs. That's kind of cool. That dagger's pretty neat. Now, if he goes invisible, we are in trouble for a little bit. As it is right now, he's probably going to stun us with his red. But, you know, what are you going to do? We just got to make sure we can't let him get purple, because that will be major pain. Let's go with, I don't know, this team up right here. Oh, there's the purple figures. And he gets the purple. Of course he did. It's okay. We're going to match. Do I take the red over there and leave that wide open? No, I want to take this blue. So he got AP, I got healing. And he got purple because of a lucky cascade. I mean, that sounds like computer 101, right? If I match another web, he's going to get another purple AP, and then he gets to go invisible. So now, because, you know, remember, yellow. When a web tile's matched, he gets 1 purple and 1 red, right? His purple only cost 7. My bad. I thought it cost 8 for some darn reason. My mistake. So he's going to go invisible anyways. Well, I might as well get something out of it, right? Let me do this. See if we get a purple out of it. Nope. Put it right there. Put it right in those match 3. Put it in the match 3. Dang it. I wanted to put it in the match 3 area so he could match it away. I could match it away. Someone could. Now we get to deal with this junk. We're just trying to bring that invisibility tile out. This is easily a way to kill anybody in this game, is by going invisible and not allowing the opponent to do anything about it. There we go. There's a purple. And he stunned me. And he's going to take it, isn't he? He's got more webs out there. Don't take it. I want it. Now he's visible. But now he can go back to being invisible, which is super annoying. Now, I could just end the fight. So if you don't have your cherry bomb up, this is where he would win, because he would go back to being invisible and it'd be super annoying. But thankfully, this thing costs only 6 right now with all those webs out there. Thank you for your power and responsibility, Miles, but now you must die. Bam. To this day, though, Miles Morales and that going invisible stuff is an easy way to take down, I should say easy. It's a very viable way to take down really high-level threats. If you got, like, you're staring down 5-star characters, as long as you keep an invisibility out there, you can still win. So, it's a scary fight against Miles when he gets that invisibility going. Just remember, if you're playing as Miles, save up 14 purple before you use it. That way you can do your whole surprise attack and then go right back into invisibility on the same turn. Because, you know, you spend 8 for surprise and then, well, maybe 7 for hide? Is it 15 then? I could have sworn it was 6 to hide before. Let me double check. Gwen fight, but Miles loves everywhere. Yeah. Let me see. Red, yellow, purple. I feel like the numbers are off there. 6 for red. Oh, it goes down to 6 at level rank 5. I did not realize that. So it's 7 AP at rank 3 and 4, but it's 6 at... Yeah. Well, that explains a lot. Surprise is 8 at all levels. But hide and seek is 7 or 6. Why wouldn't you put this down to 6? Cost less AP. You get more webs out there. See, it puts 2 webs, 4 webs, 5 webs for less AP. That's a no-brainer. Yeah. Silly computer. Yeah, tricks are for kids. Anyways, so yeah. 14 AP if you put your purple up to 5. 6 to hide, 8 to surprise. So when you're hiding, get 14 so you can surprise and then hide again. But that's just Miles. For Gwen, just hit it with a red and punch him in the face. All right. So that's what we got right now. We talked about the boss a little bit. We talked about a heroic mode, options to use, which ones I would suggest going into the weekend. I will be hitting this as best as I can. I will be on a small vacation, but I'll be back Sunday to run this boss mode stuff. And after Sunday, probably Monday, I'll start running the Puzzle Gauntlet stuff for us as well. Fun times, right? Until then, if you need any extra advice or help or tips, feel free to drop me a line. I'm more than happy to try to help out as best I can verbally via YouTube comments and Twitch comments and etc. etc. Remember what I said about these. Use those Puzzle Gauntlet fights and any sort of boosts. Have 5 stars and 4 stars. Feed your 2 stars if you really need to get through it. I mean, I can't blame you if you need the ISO. So, anyways. Cool. Thanks, John. I will enjoy my vacation. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Have a good one, and good luck on the boss.